Hey everybody, how you doing? Mikey's back with an alternate product review. No tobacco, no nicotine. Mouthfeel and flavor is what they're going for. Today, we are looking at Oregon Mint Snuff. This is their cinnamon flavor. So yeah, anyway, Oregon Mint Snuff, tobacco-free, nicotine-free, and from the Oregon Mint Snuff Company, this is a standard 1.2 ounce can. On the side, you got some logo, mint stuff, cinnamon flavor, all kinds of stuff going on there, and a whole bunch of writing. And basically, the writing just talks about how this stuff is meant to give you the mouthfeel, the sensation of having a dip in without having a dip in. The ingredients are maltitol, which is an artificial sweetener that does not promote tooth decay, according to the label. Mint, flavorings, vitamin E, and then potassium sorbate, which is a preservative. It helps maintain freshness. That's it. Simple ingredient list. So yeah, cinnamon flavored mint. Back of the can, not a whole lot going on there. Lot label, date code. This is a little bit past date, but this has been sitting in my refrigerator. And quite honestly, I kind of forgot it was there. It got pushed off to the back of the shelf, and yeah, I didn't see it until I was grabbing stuff. I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff to bring with me because I didn't know what I wanted to review, so I kind of grabbed it all out of the fridge, and I saw this in the back, and I'm like, oops, I was supposed to review this a while back. Didn't get around to it, forgot all about it. It got buried by some other stuff. Anyway, yeah. Oregon Mint Snuff Company is made right here in Oregon. Yay! Oregon is the #1 producer of mint in the United States. Fun fact. Alrighty, let me crack this bad boy open. Plastic can, plastic lid. So, if I can get this open. There we go. Took a second. There we go. Gotta get in this bad boy. Pop the lid and, ooh, that's an interesting combination. Mint and cinnamon. That's what you're looking at. At first glance, this is kind of, it's kind of dippish, but this stuff is very hard. Very hard. The maltitol is like a thick syrup, and so it's, I don't know if you can hear that thumping, but yeah. Anyway, that's the fun part about this, is trying to get some out of the can. So let me squish it a little bit, soften some up on the edges. Once you get the first pinch or two out, it's not that bad, but the initial pinch, because it's kind of settled into one solid mass, it can be a little challenging to get the first pinch out of the can. And there we go. And I just dropped pieces of mint on the hotel room floor. I won't tell housekeeping. Okay, I may not have to. They'll probably find that chunk. And now the body heat from my fingers is softening up the syrup, and it's getting sticky. Very sticky. Anyway, that's about as big of a pinch as I'm going to get. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Very sticky. Now, if this is anything like the other ones I've tried, it's got good flavor. It's just sticky. Getting pieces of mint that went flying out of the can, putting them on said paper towel. Pardon me while I clean up my mess. There we go. Wow. Really no need to spit with this. It's maltitol and mint. There's nothing really bad here. So I'm going to kind of treat it like snooze. It'll be a spit-free experience. This is interesting. I'm getting mintiness, and I am getting cinnamon. It's an interesting combination. Usually you don't find cinnamon and mint mixed together. I mean, it's either cinnamon or it's mint. They usually don't cross into each other's territory. This isn't bad. Not bad. It's got good flavor. I like this flavor. I like cinnamon. I like mint. And the blending of the two with the sweetness from the maltitol, pretty good. Mouthfeel, it's not dippish. It's more solid. It's more solid than a dip does. And I would say mainly because the way the maltitol syrup, it can be thick at lower temperatures. As it warms up in my mouth, the syrup will start dissolving. And then I will have a little bit of a battle with little chunks of mint floating around my mouth. But just treat that like dip. Move it back over. All in all, it's not bad. It's intriguing stuff. First time I tried this, I was kind of like, mint snuff, okay. The plain mint, yeah, it's okay. This stuff, this is actually pretty good. The mint and the cinnamon, like I said, they work off of each other very well. All in all, pretty solid product. So like if you're trying, you just want to try something different, or you want to, if you're trying to quit dipping, trying to cut back on your nicotine consumption, but you just want to have something in your lip, it might be worth a shot. A lot of mini marts here in Oregon, it's fairly common to find the original. Not quite so with the cinnamon. Occasionally I see it in a store. I went to their website and ordered it. Just Google Oregon Mint Snuff Company. It'll pop right up. And they also have pouches as well. In case you don't want to deal with all of this, you can order it in pouch form. So, or at least a couple of the flavors are available in pouch form. I don't know if all of them are. But yeah, if you like cinnamon and you like mint and you like some sweetness with it, this is pretty good. Sweet, syrupy, minty, cinnamony. Not much of a cinnamon burn, not much of a mint burn. They kind of balance each other out with that sweetness in there. Yeah, it's not bad. Takes a little bit of getting used to with the thickness of the syrup. Like I said, it's like sitting like a chunk right here. And as it warms up, it's kind of, little bits of mint leaf are making their way to the back of my mouth as I'm talking. But yeah, you can't knock the flavor. The flavor's pretty darn good. Anyway, if you were ever looking for something completely different, here you go. Oregon Mint Snuff Company, cinnamon flavor. Worth checking out if you are so inclined. Anyway, I will catch you all later with another Dip Chew Snuff or alternate product review. Until then, you all take care. Catch you around. Bye.